Centaur Financial Services has been around since 2009. We've been Gold Coast based. We sort of started, with no clients, and we've built our way up organically, where we've got over 300 clients now. Predominantly they're that pre and post retiree, and they're really starting to struggle with that complexity of, how much do I need to retire on? It's about helping them maximise the probability of living their best life. And we kind of have coined the phrase going from, uncertainty to certainty. Anyone is going to live a better life when they've got clarity and they really understand their purpose. So when it comes to investing for our clients, we've got to navigate the three big risks in retirement, which is longevity risk. Everyone's going to live longer than they think. Sequencing risk, so the day you invest, you don't want a GFC or a Trump tariff come in. And inflation risk, which hadn't been playing a role for probably the last 10, 15 years, but prior to the last 2 or 3 years. So how do we do that? Is we want to build a portfolio that has low drawdown risk, and we want a portfolio that's going to generate a reasonable rate of income. And so a fund like Talaria in our world can fill that void for clients. We didn't quite want to just make the distinction between, having shares or bonds. There has to be something else in a portfolio to kind of be a little bit of a shock absorber. And we saw that in 2022, bonds and shares had, a very high correlation. They both went negative. So for our ideal clients, which are retirees, we want to give them certainty. So certainty in returns and certainty in income. So we're seeing a rise of alternative investments in Australia, and predominantly people might think, that means private markets, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. What it means is we just want an alternate source of return. Where Talaria is really good is we get that alternative source of income return via the option premium that they derive. And what that does is that gives your portfolio a different characteristic to if it's just a typical traditional long-only growth asset or a traditional long-only, defensive asset. We get lower volatility than the market, and it fits really well when you're constructing a portfolio. So we can still have our growth managers in there that are going to go for the swing big, miss big home runs, and we can get our tech exposure through that. But it sits in that nice middle ground of if bonds go bad, we're okay. If the share market goes bad, we're okay. Let's take our clients from fear to fun. So from really struggling to make their peace with the things that they want to do, to enjoying life. The challenge for the financial advisor now is that, that client is probably going to live, 30 years in retirement. So we need to make sure that client stays invested, even through the market volatility. It means that we've got to have good investment options. It means that we've got to not chase fads. It means that we've just got to have proven principles and proven ways of doing things that are going to stand the test of time. And if we do that, our fundamental belief is that all Australians deserve a great retirement. And at Centaur, I think we can help as many people as possible do that.